Hello, welcome to the Slack Kitchen. So in these lockdown, shelter-in-place days, a lot more people are cooking at home, a lot more, as it should be. It makes sense. Actually, it would make sense to cook at home all the time, and we do that. And so I love cooking, so obviously conversations in the office oftentimes go about cooking. And one of the things that has come up recently several times is how do you make salad dressing? And so I'm going to show you how to make a salad dressing and what choices you have in ingredients so that you can make something really simple, more flavorful than something you'd buy in a store, and fresher, so you have something much nicer to do. So we're gonna make a very simple salad, and we're gonna put it together, and it's gonna be amazing in like minutes. So what I'm gonna do today, I'm gonna use some endives. So I've got a few endives here, got them at the market. Endive is a little bit, it's a nice soft leaf that's a little on the bitter side, but not much, so it's really, really wonderful. So I'm going to chop my endives. So it's really simple. So here I have my endives. I'm going to put them in my prep bowl, and this is what it looks like. Just chop the endives. To go with that, I could do this with a vinaigrette, or I could add ham to it. What I've got on hand though is sopressata. So I'm gonna put a few pieces of sopressata. Sopressata is a kind of fancy salami. They come all pre-cut in slices. So I'm gonna take 3 slices, and I'm going to chop them up so that we can add that to our endives. So real quick, bite-sized pieces, about this size, and I'm going to mix this up into my endives. How easy does it get, right? So I'm going to grab some salad utensils now, so we can toss the salad. So here's what we've got so far. Endives, sopressata. I'm going to add a little bit of salt. So when it comes to salt, I'm really, really, really adamant that white table salt is really bad for your health. You know how when people have high blood pressure, their doctor tells them not to have salt? Well, that's absolutely, absolutely a good advice. The thing is that we should never have white table salt, kosher salt, or any of that. The only reason I have kosher salt in my house is to clean my cast iron pans. So I use either Celtic gray salt, which is what I'm going to use today, a pinch of that. Not a lot because the sopressata is salty already. Or I would use pink Himalayan salt. Go ahead, use that. It's probably actually a better choice than the gray salt. I read a couple of articles showing that there's plastic in the ocean, the salt they draw from the ocean. Now, on top of this, I'm going to add some balsamic vinegar. So don't buy the cheap stuff. You want to buy something that's going to be a little longer aged. It becomes sweeter, it becomes a little thicker too. And this is what it looks like. So here I am. Look at that. How complicated is this? I'm just pouring balsamic vinegar on it. I am not a measuring cook. I tend to just put stuff in, as you've noticed. So how much did I put in there? Probably a little over a tablespoon, around a tablespoon. Now, the next thing that goes into salad dressing is obviously we're going to put some pepper. And let's put some pepper. There we go. Next thing is oil. Now, the choice of oil is really important. That's an important conversation. There's different oils that are good for different applications. And this is based on 2 factors. Number 1 is flavor. Number 2 is burning temperature, the temperature at which the oil burns. So smoking point. So there are some oils that are really good when eaten raw. So in this application for a salad, I'm going to use olive oil. So I have extra virgin organic olive oil I got at Trader Joe's. And here's how you pour olive oil. You go like this. There, I got oil. That was pretty easy. Now, olive oil is not good for cooking. You never put olive oil in a hot pan. Never. It's very low smoking point, so it turns into something healthy. It turns something healthy to something bad for you. For cooking, I'm going to use avocado oil. I get these big bottles from Whole Foods. Make sure you store them in a dark place. Oil will degrade rapidly, so you don't want to buy giant bottles, and you want to keep them in a cool, dark place. So in your kitchen, inside a cupboard, in the basement, that's all good. Now, I got my salad. Check it out. I toss. Now, two things to remember here. This salad is going to be incredibly good. Okay, it's going to be really, really delicious. That dressing is better than anything that comes out of a bottle. It took less time to put it together than finding the bottle and opening it and pouring it on. And it's going to be way healthier for you. One of the reasons why one of the things that people ask me is, why do I put oil on my salad? Wouldn't it be better to cut the calories back and not have oil? And the answer to that is that no, it's actually better to have a little bit of oil on your salad. And the reason for that is because the way our body breaks down raw food, stuff in a salad, is done much more efficiently. You draw more nutrient out of the raw food and you digest it better and you let the fibers in that food do their job more effectively, cleaning you out, when there is a little bit of oil mixed in. So your body needs that oil to really do the job right. So I'm gonna enjoy my salad and I can't wait to see you soon. If you have questions about cooking and what ingredients to use, things like that, shoot me a line and I can't wait to do another example of how to do things and how I do them and why.